welcome, everybody, to another Universal Citizens Media Live webcast. Come on, everyone, come on into that chat room. Exercise your right to say you are here. So, everybody, type into the chat room. I want to say hello to everybody, to Alan, Georgina, Jimmy, Katia, Kevin, Eliza, Marzina, Regina, Safe, Simon, Sophie, Scott, Teresa, Nicole, and Sparkle. Ooh, we've got some people that are popping in. And let me go ahead and say hi. My traditional meow, meow, meow. I forgot. Meow, meow, and meow. Andrew is a little tired today, so there is no opening teaching, no opening speech. So if you want to have a conversation with me, reach out into that participants button and raise your hands. Now we've got some new people in the chat room. All you got to do is click on the participants buttons, click on the three dots, and you're going to see a selection that says raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to have a conversation. All right, Robert, let's spin up that wheel of infinite callers and see who is going to be chosen.
All righty. I think the first person will be Marzena. Marzena, you're unmuted with Andrew on Universal Citizen Media.
Marzena, are you there?
Hi, Andrew. How are you? Hi from Poland.
From Poland?
Yes, I'm calling from Poland.
Well, welcome to the show. So what did you want to talk about today?
Dragons, of course, because I miss your talks about dragons. I've listened to your webinars on dragons, and this is what most interests me. It are dragons.
Well, what do you want to know about them?
I want to know, for example, if are the earth dragons, are they real? Do they live in other dimension, or they are like more, they can be like a physical too? Can they appear in our dimension too?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes, yes, and yes. Though, for them to make a manifestation in which us 3D beings who are bound to a global narrative that defines them as a non-physical being, there is a series of challenges. Now, anything that doesn't follow our global narrative has what's called the anti-belief engine, preventing them from making a manifestation. But when we're not around, they're fully manifested things. When we're not observing them, when the quantum law of observation is not being observing something, and the global narrative is not creating a belief engine, you can have all forms of manifestation. That's why when we go into our dream world, many people can directly connect to dragons, or in our lucid states. Now, have they made physical representations in our history? Absolutely. They're not always the traditional reptoidal looking or Chinese type dragons. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are relative to metals, like a diamond dragon or a steel dragon. They produce that as a side effect, like just like we have feces that we put out, their energy output allows them to create new forms of metal or seed that energy into certain places and spaces. So that's one of their functionaries as an elemental being.
Can I ask you like a personal question? I mean, for me, because when I was like 6 or 7, I think I saw a dragon outside the window. I had like a fit because I was really afraid of it. And it stayed in my mind to this day. And I was like always wondering, was that real?
Well, tell me how what went down.
I was lying in bed. It was during the daytime, like 10 a.m., 12 a.m., like before noon. And then immediately I saw a dragon outside the window. It was a small dragon. It was like a baby dragon. And then I was so scared of it. You know, I was like screaming out loud and was like, oh my God, I was terrified because I never, I saw dragons in the cartoons, but I never saw like a real dragon. I don't know, it could appear. So I was afraid of it, but then I forgot all about it. And then like 6 years ago, it just came back to me. And
it was like, real. It was real.
Really?
It was 100% real, yes.
Really?
Because but you got terribly afraid.
Yeah.
And whenever dragons try to fly around your outside and get you to notice, They want to know if you're going to be in a fear or not in fear, because they want to make some form of communication with you.
Because like years ago, like dragons started coming back to me, and then I remember that, and I was like wondering what is going on, why are they coming to me? Then I was searching for dragons online, and then I found you, and you were talking about dragons. I didn't understand everything that you were saying because, you know, my English is not that well, but still, I was like wondering what is my association or connection with dragons, and I specifically feel connected to earth dragons.
So what I have said before in a lot of my popular conversation is about 70% of our surface population actually has DNA that relates you to a dragon clan or a dragon DNA strand. So you have dragon in your DNA.
I do.
That means they are attracted to you, and they are also, you also repel them too. There are certain types that are like an ice dragon is opposite of a fire dragon or a water dragon. So their opposites repel, and their opposites can attract and repel depending on the karmic resolution that's going on.
And it's something happens like when I connect like with my mind or by daydreaming with the dragons, because I daydream about them, and they like connected me, I think, or maybe it's just a daydream, with like a crystal beings. Are those real too?
Well, now we have to talk about why do you daydream?
Because I feel like sometimes I feel like pulled, you know, like I like it just sometimes like during a period, like a few days in a month, like I feel like I'm like I want to just connect with other worlds, you know, not every day, just few days in a month or maybe in 2 months, and like I go to daydream. It's like totally daydream, and
So
then I just
does the daydream does the daydream consist of you being almost asleep, or to you just gazing out into a window, allowing your mind to
almost asleep? It's like almost asleep, and like I'm like talking to those other beings, and I was thinking like, is that real, or is that like I'm like have a big fantasy or something?
No, there's a realness factor. What's going on is your body's going into a deep resting state where you're entering the lucid dreaming state during the day, and it's allowing you to have a form of communication that your mind is a part of. And at times, those conversations, you can remember all sorts of details from them, and other times you can't remember much from them. Because right now you're getting tuned up to have further conversations where you're going to have active conversations during your waking states with them, even though you may not see them like you do in the daydream world. Because it's all about tuning you up. Are you going to be able to maintain and handle the frequency of what they're bringing into you?
That's my next question, because I feel energies from those beings when they come, and sometimes it's so strong that literally hurts my physical body, you know? And I was like wondering what is wrong with, it's like so much energy, you know, that my hands like twist, you know? And
because you're going too deep.
I was going, even though this thing is doing by itself somehow.
You're still triggering it out of your desire to want to connect. That's why you have to have controls on this scenario, that before you go to do it, I will go deep enough to have experience, but I will not lose the essence of communication. Okay. A lot of times when you lose control, it's actually a resistance of you going too deep for the physical body and the mind to understand what's going on. And a lot of times our desires and expectations drive us into these moments where we have all sorts of body twists and reactions to it.
So it's like too much. I was feeling like it is too much. But they should know better, right? Like when
the dragons have a very different perspective on what sovereignty and individuality means. Okay.
Because I thought that they were like a smarter or more advanced, so they would like know how much energy I can touch, basically.
No, you are responsible. What are you responsible for?
I thought I was like a learning from them, and I was like a student. I feel like a student, and they like the teacher. So I like
But have
trust.
you signed up for a class? Do you have a teacher's name that you can talk
No,
to? No.
no.
So you're not really a student. You're
Mhm,
somebody that's a signature frequency match for awareness. And
mhm,
it is you who must do the inner spiritual work to determine why you can't connect to them at that student teacher level.
mhm, mhm. So what do you think I should do?
First thing first is you got to start writing out some of your personal experiences with them and begin archiving and chronicling what you've done in the past, and
Mhm,
then put together questions of what you want to ask them in a specific scenario, and try to force yourself to not go to sleep. So next time, instead of a daydreaming scenario where you lay down, maybe you're sitting up and looking up at the clouds.
mhm,
Okay. Put
mhm,
yourself in a situation where more of your mind can be a part of the conversation so you can go through a remembering process. And then writing is important. You can write out conversations and dialogues between yourself and them.
mhm,
The third is, what inner work do you do to make yourself more clear? Because whenever there's negative frequencies around you or in you that are undealt with, it makes it that much more harder for them to have long-term communications with you.
mhm. Okay, I do exercise every day, like because I took lessons from the exorcist because I was afraid of all those different beings, and I also I make like a protection shield around me and different kind of protection shields that I have just in case. And but I don't do much not right now with the meditation because I even when I start meditating, my body starts hurting. Like this, it's weird stuff. It's going on, so I stopped meditating because you know I'm afraid.
You can't be afraid to meditate. That means something else is really going on in your reality bubble.
Hmm,
Okay.
maybe
Do you let people do body work on you?
no,
Why?
because I don't like other people touching me that because I don't know of the frequency or energy, or like I don't feel comfortable when some other person is touching me.
You got to get over that.
Really?
And if you want to have continuing communications with dragons, if you are real ones, effective ones that show you really advanced mystical experiences, you need to be having regular body work done to you, and you need to learn to do your own deep inner work while that body work is being done. Because if you
Body
can't
work
touch
like
this,
a massage or something?
deep tissue massage, cranial sacral therapy, acupuncture,
Mm-hmm.
cupping, all those things that takes a practitioner who helps you move your stagnant energy, or dealing with chronic issues that are internal or in chronic spiritual issues. Because if you cannot trust a physical person to touch you, why do you think a dragon will ever waste any of its time with you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're getting
Okay.
what I call the knock on the door. And the knock
Mm-hmm.
on the door means you've got to go through the checklist. What have I done to heal myself, to raise my
Mm-hmm.
frequency, to let go of the negatives around me so I can actually communicate with these things?
And just one last thing, because I don't want to take too much time. Is it possible to go to different dimension? It's like,
Sure.
is it because I was like in the totally weird different dimension, but it was like more in a sleep than a daydream. And
Mm-hmm.
they told me that I smelled bad. So he started.
Because you're not allowing the healing to be done to yourself.
But those were like totally weird beings, and they were like not someone I would want to associate with or be with or make connection with. But even though they told me I smelled bad, so they told me politely to leave, even though I didn't, went there by myself. So I don't know how I end up there. So.
You got attracted there because you don't know how to control what's going on around you, and your
Mhm,
deepest energies are creating a curiosity journey that allows you to go into a deep spiritual space. And the next thing you know, you're traveling somewhere out of a curiosity journey, not of actually a focused thing, because you can't control the skill you got on right now.
mhm,
And it's because you got a lot of deep-seated traumas that you got to get out, like why you
mhm.
don't trust people.
I just don't know. I
You
have no
do.
idea.
Come on,
Really?
don't bullshit me. You know exactly why.
Why I don't
Who
trust?
hurt you? Who hurt you to the point you don't want to be touched? Come on, don't bullshit me.
When I started my journey with spiritual journey like years ago, I was interested in Reiki. So I went to the Reiki master, and there were people that were doing Reiki, and they all put hands on me, and doing like 10 people put hands on me and were doing Reiki on me, and I felt so dirty after that, and so like filthy, and I was like, oh, I never want to do this again. So maybe
So there's your trauma. Get over it. Maybe your perception was off then. Okay.
So I felt like those people are like putting all this like crap, their own crap on me. So I was like,
but not every healer is like that. So you've taken a previous experience and assumption, and over 10 years haven't allowed yourself to grow through it. You won't go far in the spiritual world, and you won't go far in the spiritual communication world if you don't do regular healing on yourself. Period.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I should like start like going for a massage.
Cranial sacral therapy, myofascial release. Start with that. Go do 10 hours of cranial sacral therapy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Have you ever done colonics?
No.
That would be another thing for you to go do 10 or 15 colonics, 2 or 3 a week for 5 weeks. Okay. Be a great way of clearing out some of the internal toxicity that, because your intestinal tract is where your dreaming body lives, it'll help you have a lot more vivid dreams.
Could be.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Got people asking about dragons. Great. All right, everybody. If you want to be the next caller, click on that participants button. Go ahead and raise your hand. All right, Robert, let's spin up that wheel of callers and see who is next.
Okie doke. I got Blue Sun 9. You are unmuted and live.
Blue Sun 9, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Andrew. How are you?
How are you doing? Where are you calling from today?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm connected. I'm calling from Toronto. I actually talked with you in 2015, the year 2015, quite some years back. Yes.
Well, that was like 4 years ago. What did we talk about then?
I think I asked you something about soul group and in general, like how the energy is being improving, like in West and the East. We didn't really talk anything like in detail. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about today?
I'm wondering if you can give me a reading. I've been wondering about questions about my soul arranging or my mission in this life, and how I can do better, for the self enlightenment, all those things.
Okay. How long have you been practicing spirituality?
Well, I think my wake up is around in end of year 2011 and the beginning of the 2012, and many things happened to me, especially in the year 2012. So I have been practicing meditation pretty much every day. Till now, it's about 8-9 years already.
And what happens in your daily meditation?
Usually I just observe myself, observe how my chi energy changing, and also at the same time, so many information came to me, including yours. Like I've been following you for years, and I think maybe from 2013. And because all those information just echo with me, and so I kind of have some feeling about my mission, but I still I'm not really clear about it. So
Okay.
yeah.
What do you do for a job?
I'm a senior software engineer working for a major bank in Toronto, downtown Toronto.
And how long you been doing that for?
Pretty much since I got out of school when I was in China, then I moved to Canada. So I've been doing for about 25 years.
All right, so let me tune in a little bit deeper. And it was really 2012 that your awakening really went into overdrive?
Yes. There's so many amazing things happened to me. It's like a miracle, yes.
All right, so let me tune in a little bit here. So you're at a time where the job has become very comfort for you. And it's easy for you to become complacent at what the job does to you negatively. But it also means you're complacent in your home life when you want to go and do spiritual things, but you've got some of this negative job energy hanging around you. Like right now, you do teamwork where you work on teams.
Yes, actually, that's another thing I want to touch base because like I changed like a big department early this year, and the job is like a system support, so 24/7, and I have to be on call, and yeah, I'm in a team. It's kind of
Right.
it could get like a stressful, and also it's kind of demanding,
And it's demanding to the point where it's actually affecting the rest of your life outside of work.
Yes.
And you know it so much, but you become complacent to it. And you need to develop spiritual techniques and strategies that stops the work energy from coming home. In the past, you allowed work energy to come home because the people you work with were more trusted than they are now. Okay?
Okay.
The next thing here is it's time for a career change for you. But you've become so, let's just say, comfortable in that job and the lifestyle that you're living that you're really not looking at what the next phase of life can be for you. And you're doing all this spiritual stuff, you're getting all the spiritual successes, but you're not really funding them to show you what you could do if you left that job.
That's a very, very true, because for the reality, like I have to pay the bills, and the job does, provide material thing and the money. But I totally, like, I'm so happy you read me out, because
So
every
the answer to your choices right now is you got to stop becoming complacent and know that the work energy does not come home with you. And you need to make some, like I said, spiritual posturings and techniques and strategies that while you're at work, you have special out loud sayings that stops the work from coming home. And then just because you're a woman in the computer industry and you're Asian, you have a lot of sexual projections on you, whether you know it or not.
What you mean?
People have fantasy lives over the people they have at work.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you're large or small. What people do in their fantasy life is what they do in their fantasy life. And there are a variety of people at that office who are classic, probably never been in a real relationship in their life, and they just have a fantasy over their office. And one day it's the guy in that cubicle, the one day it's that person, the one day it's that person, the next day it's that person. And you've got a lot of sexual projections on you, which is why the demanding teamwork is so demanding on you.
Oh, well, yeah, there are not many women in the IT industry. Yes.
Right. And that means you're the focus of a lot of male sexual energy.
How does it exactly apply to me, say, for my daily life, or how do I maybe redirect that energy, or like what do I need to do?
The first thing is awareness of it.
Okay.
The second part is making spiritual ceremonies that cut the cords with anyone projecting sexual energy on you who's not in a relationship with you. who you're not choosing to be intimate with, that you are rejecting at every dimension, time stream, galaxy, and universe any sexual projections from any man or woman at my office that you are not in a physical relationship with. You do not accept their sexual projections to come into your energy field. You remain a fully sovereign energy being.
I thought that I've been kind of having, well, I've been alone for years, and I choose to, right? Because and also at the same time, like right now I'm thinking I cannot imagine anybody around me possibly have that projection sexually towards me, because if there is, I don't really give them the chance to really.
Doesn't matter what they do in their bedroom at 6 o'clock in the morning before they get out of bed is their choice, and they're making you in their mind do whatever it is they want to do. That's called masturbation fantasies.
I understand. If there is, I can't imagine who the person or
it doesn't matter
might
who.
be.
Okay, because you have just as many women project on you sexually as you do men.
Right. So I need to do some protection, like cutting those.
Think of it more like regularly showering your energy body so that sexual energy doesn't stick to you like glue.
Sure.
Okay, so maybe when you're taking your morning shower, you can have an out loud saying that says, any sexual projections coming from any man or woman at my job, I am now washing out of my energy field, washing out of my aura, washing out of my physical body, so I may remain pristine and pure in my own sexual energies.
I can do that for sure. Okay. And if I may still understand better the negative effect, this thing, if it's going on, like what it, how it really affect me?
Well, after it builds up, it will affect your own sexual moods. It will affect your own sexual mood and mood ideologies and what you may be getting in your field as a desire. Like, every now and then you're like, oh my God, that person's beautiful. And, all of a sudden your mind goes dirty for a second. Everyone does it. Don't say you don't.
I'm just trying to get an idea like what I should do or what I should avoid.
So it's knowing what is your flavor versus somebody else's flavor coming into you.
Okay.
That's how if you're normally a chocolate ice cream, you're normally vanilla ice cream, and all of a sudden, it's like 9,000 different flavors. That's muddled down sexual energy from other people coming into you.
Right.
Or if it's just raw, I want to take them in the back into the copy room and lock the door. Okay.
I really think I'm quite careful about not encouraging any of those things. Like
it's not about encouraging it. Like, remember, this is energy and their own fantasy.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely can do that in my shower to right. clean my energy or
clean your energy. Using that out loud, name it to claim it system to declare to your energy field, no.
Okay.
No. Okay. Then the next thing is, why have you chosen to be single for so long?
I don't know, to be honest to you, because before my awakening, sometimes I'm thinking maybe it's my life, how it's designed, because before my awakening, I had a few like a failure of relationship, right? And then after I have had my awakening, I just kind of refocus on my, spiritual and consciousness development, and I'm so joy into it. I'm very passionate about it. So after a couple, it's not like I guess some people still feel I'm attractive or something, but I don't, because I don't encourage them. I don't want to be in those things because I feel like I need to focus on what I'm, developing myself. So after a few years, I kind of get used to the enjoying my being alone. So I have so much freedom to have my lifestyle and have more time to meditation or reading or even research.
Okay. But life is meant to have friendships that become a little bit more than friendships too.
I totally agree. So sometimes, from time to time, I wonder when, this possibly right person will come to my life in some some way, and I'm
This
not.
is this is your next spiritual work, working on what are called your energetic pheromones that allow a proper attraction and repulsion of what is the right signature frequency match for a companionship with you.
How can I like by not knowing any supposed to be unwanted sexual attraction, at the same time maybe there are some good attraction, and when I don't know any about them, but then I need to like
Well, this is the
separate
thing about
them.
becoming a hermit. You have lost those social skills that remind you how easy it is to meet people and to potentially become intimate with them. You don't have those social skills anymore. They're gone.
I'm off the scenery for years. Yes.
Therefore, how does one learn how to regain social skills that lead to intimacy again without making mistakes you have shame, blame, or guilt about, or lose your confidence about yourself?
I don't know. Maybe in back of my head, I think I guess I worry. This whole thing gonna be like just wasting my energy and time.
It isn't wasting your energy and time if you're actively doing it for the right purpose.
Okay.
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 So what I suggest is there's these websites like it's justlunch.com where you can, or speed dating, where you meet like 9 or 10 people in a span of an hour, you're like 5 minutes with each person. So you have to work on those social, even if you don't take anybody and go on any dates, you got to get those social skills back up. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
The next
I've been
thing is
thinking about it too. Yeah.
the next thing is dancing classes. Do you like to dance?
I used to. I think I could like I could be even a good dancer. Yeah.
You can go and find like a ballroom dance class where you gotta partner up with a guy.
Sure.
Okay.
I used to do that, the salsa class or
Yes.
even like what is it? I forgot that what's the name? Like a ballroom dancing. Yeah.
Yes, ballroom dancing, tango.
Yeah.
So those are some examples of relearning those social skills in a way that can bring a lot of fun. And the next thing is you really got to determine the person in you who truly chose to be alone and why you chose to be alone.
I always think I don't want to be alone. It's just that I want to be with the right person and good energy instead of just.
But that's not what happened.
Just like a
That's not what happened. That's the thing, right? It's not what happened.
Or selfish love. Yeah.
You learned how to like to be alone and how to entertain yourself with your spirituality, and the skills that you had at work was more than fulfilling. This is why work isn't for you anymore. And what I'm going to suggest is you really look at a serious career change, or put a cap on it. After 2 years, I have to have something else to do.
That's actually the timeline I kind of set up with me, because there's some days I just feel like, okay, this job pays okay, but I don't feel passionate about it. Even like, all the things I used to feel okay, but now I just feel like why I'm even doing it. It's kind of against to the future, the real future with good energy, like how I foresee. Because I'm in the banking, industry, which is I kind of know how.
What other kind of careers would you want to go and do?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I've been on my past. I know I have developed myself, but I feel like I cannot kind of, start a business by, by. I don't know. I draw to crystals, like natural crystals. I have, I love.
But you're not going to make any money at that.
I know. That's the thing. Yeah. So I have no idea. Yeah.
Right. Well, you do have ideas. You're just not ready to put life savings behind them.
right now, Andrew, you know what I'm doing? I'm just kind of saving my money. I just want to like early retirement. I if I can retire in 2 years or 5 years, I don't want to I can't imagine, many people work till 65. No, I'm not doing that. I want to travel the world, any place I feel like I live there maybe half a year, 1 year. That's some of my idea. I just want to, enjoy.
Yeah, but that's also going to take money to travel wherever you want to go.
Yes, but I thought if I just, live there for like a half year instead of like 3 weeks, tourist, then maybe it's not that bad.
No, you haven't really done that.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to have some kind of retirement fund that you can get into, some kind of 401k that you really can't touch until you're older. So it puts you in a very awkward situation, doesn't it?
Well, we don't have 401k. I think that's only in the States.
Okay.
We have something called RSP or like a real estate, right? You can kind of sell.
Can you tap into it before you're 65?
I think I'm confident I can retire at least 55, but I think I even want to try 52.
Well, find out what the rules are.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next thing is you do have enough skill sets in the IT industry where you can start a small consulting company and consult to even the companies you already work for. Okay. Get some nice people to work underneath you and you earn off of them.
Oh, it sounds like I even have to put more energy in the IT career, which is I don't.
No,
I'm only doing because I have to right now.
I know, but you can find yourself a business that can be run by other managers, the people that you can do. The thing is, you still have to put effort into it. And you're at the point you don't even want to put any effort into it, do you?
I don't, because I feel like for the thing, if I'm not interested,
I'm lazy. And just admit you need an end of career change.
Yes, somehow.
Okay?
Yeah.
You've been doing so much meditation and all that. Become a healer.
See, that's the thing. I know I'm gonna become a great healer. Sometimes I think even I write, what I experienced, I could even write a book about it. But then I thought, I don't know, maybe I'm not good at it and I'm not ready yet because I haven't.
You're Asian. Where from China are you from?
Well, I'm from Middle China. It's a province called Sichuan, Sichuan.
I know where it's at.
Yeah. Okay.
You can go and take traditional Chinese medicine in Canada or in China and have a 2-year degree and be an acupuncturist.
I do have friends doing that. I understand that they're
okay. You can go and get a 5-month massage school class, and it's not about you doing massage. It just gives you the license to learn everything else and be a practitioner.
Okay.
Okay.
I see myself more like want to spending more time just meditation and reading and research.
Then cut down all of your big spending, buy a house, pay it off, so that you can live as a meditator in your room.
That's what I'm try to do.
Pay everything off.
Well.
And learn how to live frugal.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna like it though.
I don't, but I think because I'm very practical as well, like I'm a dreamer. Because what happened to me, what I saw, in my dream or meditation, I'm like, when I talk, many of my friends think, well, they're just being polite, not saying I'm crazy, but at the same time, I'm practical. Yeah, I'm saving and I want to be full-time doing what I want to do. Yeah.
Okay, but you got to be able to make money at it.
Yes, or save enough.
So the way healers make money is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 sessions a month.
Okay.
Can you see yourself doing 20, 30 sessions a month? Till you're 60? No.
About a session, I never did any to anybody. I have a friend, actually a couple of friends. I think their ability, the set of their ability allow them to provide those kind of services. But
Correct.
my, I don't think I'm ready, or maybe I don't know if in years, if I will be ready to kind of provide those things. What I mean is like,
I know exactly what you mean. Because it's been a hobby for you for so long, it's hard for you to transition to make it a business model.
Yeah, I'm kind of a loner. Yeah.
Okay? Which puts you once again in the rock and the hard place. Because spirituality was your hobby for so long and work has made you become complacent with its negative energies, you have a big growing to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You got to grow out of the work and grow into the new labor of love.
Okay. So
Okay?
I should mingle with people more. Okay.
Yes, we're growing out of the old job and growing into the new labor of love.
Okay.
Now I can give you suggestions.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned a lot of spiritual work. You can put together a spiritual product that teaches people how to advance themselves. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I think even I just share my experience, from very, very beginning, like all those details, maybe somehow, maybe I can help to.
You need marketing skills for that.
Yes, yes.
Okay. How much of your story have you written down?
Well, I used to write I call it a dream diary, because then I didn't really write a lot. I just write whatever happened, to me, like a really kind of miracle things.
So you have a lot of stories that you tell friends, but nothing's really written down.
Nothing written down, and not that many friends I could talk to unless they have kind of same mindset, right? Maybe just two.
So what makes you think your experiences are going to be marketed to a big audience?
I don't know. I just feel like I have to maybe achieve myself to a certain level before I can do that. Am I right?
No, you're already there.
Really? Where am I?
You're at the tip of success if you believe in yourself and stop being complacent with how much work is really bogging you down. And if you would actually take the same level of focus you have at work and applied it to your own stuff with the level of organization and focus that you have at work, you could probably have 200 pages done in a month. But you don't know how to take work focus and solely apply it to your own self.
Yes, because there are days I feel like I almost living two lives, like the
You are
daytime.
living two lives. You literally are.
I am, because the office hour, like I sold my own time to energy to the work. Then when I come home, I do feel like I'm separated for
exactly. And since you have no one at home to help you separate the separation, you've become completely complacent there.
Oh, so I should become more active when I'm out of work, the job.
You need to get friendships, some more friendships, companionships, and work on having some form of intimate relationship. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Part of life is making mistakes with relationships.
You're right. I am afraid to make a mistake. That's why I know I'm being coward for years, not in a relationship. And you're right. I shouldn't judge myself too much about those things, those possibilities. Yes. Okay.
When's the last time you've actually been in a relationship?
I would say, oh my God, 2014 or 2014.
And how long were you in that relationship?
Oh, we're sure. If that's a relationship, only maybe 1.5 months. Before that, about 2 years, and ended like middle 2011. So yeah.
So it's been almost 9 years since you've been in a relationship.
Yes. But somehow I don't feel like a big missing part in my life, though. I still feel like I'm very fulfilled.
Other than what we've just talked about, you come home and you can't separate the separation. You don't have a home companion to help you separate. You don't have intimate relationships that help you separate once again, and a person to talk to that can help you realize you're complacent with your job. You don't have that other reflection in your life.
What you said, there's one thing you said really touched me. You said that the person or the companion to help me to separate the separation.
Your job is your intimate partner right now.
Okay.
And it should never be that.
Is it because I set my, I don't know, my target too high or something for this possible person?
Yes, yes. You set your targets too high and realized it deep down inside that you're too high, and I'll never find them.
I don't know, but like in general, when I deal with the people, I'm not harsh on them. Like I'm easygoing. I'm easy to talk to. Even strangers come to talk to me, compliment me about what I worry sometimes. Yeah, but okay. I will work on this. I promise. I will work on this.
Yes, work on it a lot, and make sure you're out of your job in 2 years.
2 years.
You need to start. If you just want to be a meditator in your house, pay off all your bills so you can do that.
Yeah.
If not, figure out what your end of career, next career is.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to school.
No. Well, school.
For something you really want.
I feel like I've been learning a lot on my own, like all the books and all.
Sure, but books aren't enough. Okay.
Yeah, because so much.
If you want to truly prove that the spiritual experiences you had in your meditator are worthwhile, you got to take it on the road, darling, and do something with it. Make products that touch people, give services that affect people. If not, you're just a pontificating philosopher. Learn marketing. What are going to make your stuff connect to others?
Oh, okay. Maybe I will meditate on those thoughts. It's quite different thoughts. Because I feel like I've been like a philosopher kind of my life, the lifestyle. Yes.
All right, darling. I got to let you go and move on to my next caller. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, Robert. Let's spin up that wheel of callers and see who the universe provides next.
Okay, this is from our newbies corner in the universe. Luis, you're unmuted with Andrew.
Luis, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Yes, where are you calling from?
I'm located right now in Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. Welcome to the show. What did you want to talk about today?
Nothing. I've seen your show before, and I'm very attracted to the show and the information that comes through. I guess I just felt a pull, like it just kind of popped up on my feed as soon as I opened the YouTube. So I got in, and I'm really interested in this next phase of my life to really come forward with everything that I've already been exploring through spirituality and galactic initiations and all the stuff that happens to oneself through the process. And it's been a really long time. And I just kind of want to, live my destiny and be more connected to that internal help, and have that clarity.
What makes you think you're not living your destiny right now?
Because it's like it's unfulfilling, like the things that I get embarked on. So I don't feel I'm at the place at full capacity,
Well, let me tell you something. You're never at full capacity. You're an infinite being. Okay? That's the first thing. So let me ask you, what do you do for a job?
At the moment, I do a lot of stuff, man. Like at the moment, I do a lot with my hands. I'm a craftsman with construction, wood, art, all kinds of things.
So your main money comes from doing construction jobs?
Correct. At the moment, yes.
Okay. How long you been doing that for?
I would say in the last 3 years, really heavy.
Okay. And before
I've done it all. I've done it here and there. I've done solar panels, wind turbines. I built houses. I set stages for Disney. I've done a lot, and then I've also done other things, just to pay the bills,
So have you ever wanted to be a healer?
Yeah. I do it. It happens, it just kind of happens. And with someone, it happens. I guess before I'm not like that now, but I kind of I had a certain attitude to, I guess, live off of my spirituality. I've changed it over the years. I'm more available to do that. But I guess because of so many messages and so many downloads or dreams and astral travels and talking to beings, and it's almost like I'm at a point where it's kind of almost confusing at this point, or I'm exhausted, or
You got to shit or get off the pot.
I'm just kind of like in a surrendering state, like where it's just like whatever, let it.
No,
just
that's
come
not
to
a
me.
surrendering state. That's a give up state, because you're at a shit or get off the pot moment. Because if you
Well,
don't shit or you don't get off the pot, you're going to get spiritual hemorrhoids.
Okay.
Okay? You
Okay.
need to transit out of labor work and fully accept that you need to be a paid magical practitioner, fucking period, never go back.
But then okay. So
Or
in a
you're going to end
practical
up
way,
with spiritual hemorrhoids hanging around your ankles everywhere you go.
yeah, I don't want that. Like that's where I'm at. I don't want this. But okay, and so in a practical way, I guess maybe I'm in the call because maybe I need a little bit
Kick
of
in the
clarity
ass.
or help.
A
Yeah,
kick in the
maybe.
ass to
It's
say
all
that
right. Yeah, I can take it.
you
I can take
can't just sit there. It's like, you've ever been on a construction job and somebody's just in the shitter all the time, not doing anything, just screwing around? That's what you're doing with your own life right now.
Okay.
You've had all these spiritual experience. What more fucking validation do you need? That you should be a shaman making money off of it with a variety of services. What more proof do you need?
I guess it's the fear, because.
Come on, you worked for the mouse. You did all these other jobs. What fear did you have then?
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say. I don't know.
You don't have anything to say because you do know if you put your heart into it, you're going to be successful at it. But you're really worried about what your friends and family are going to say if you jump into it full time and don't have a normal job. Pow!
No,
yes.
But
yes.
Well, I don't see myself. I've cared much about what people say because I've always done what I wanted to do. But
you're not doing what you want to do. You're not a healer. You're not fully invested into it.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
I can say that when I came back to Miami 3 years ago, it was due to a message that basically I needed to try to patch things with my kids. That I did what I did, and I did as far as I could. But I made my peace with it, So yes, I'm ready. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So if you were to be a healer, what services would you want to offer, and what trainings would you go and get?
Well, I can heal my hands. I've been Thai massage. I don't know. I can really do some stuff with tantric energy, and I've been eating medicine for a very, very long time. And that is one of my path, right? But I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just I'm ready now. How that's gonna look or how I'm gonna go about it, I don't know.
Do you have any money saved up at all for yourself?
Yes and no, but I have some money thrown into cryptocurrency and some silver that maybe yes, I can probably get that.
Okay.
But I didn't want to because it's like my little, little cushion.
Wah.
Oh man.
You're at a suck it up buttercup moment. You got to get out of what you're doing and get into something new. That is spiritual work, paying you for doing the work, paying you for all the experiences that you've had, because you have a plethora of things that people need. Okay.
Well, one of my teachers offered me the medicine, and I'm going back to my second year of going up the mountain. So I think I'm just going to take it and come back.
You're not gonna make any significant money out of doing medicine.
I know. I don't want to really approach it like that. It's something that I do it because I love it.
Right. You do it for your own personal advancement. Now,
yes,
if you're serious and you want to use real spiritual strategy, you got to know what the laws of where you're at are, and you pretty much need a touch license to do any form of healing in the state of Florida. Okay.
So get like a massage therapist license.
You can go get the touch license itself. It depends if you need a 30-hour class or a 50-hour class or a 500-hour class.
Okay.
It's whatever it is. Go get the touch license.
Okay.
And then from there, you can take cranial sacral 1, 2, 3, myofascial 1, 2, 3. And because you've been in construction for your whole life, you have really powerful hands. And when you have really powerful hands and know how to do things, you become an amazing body worker. Amazing. Okay?
Okay.
Now, it's not
Okay.
about you just giving massages. It's about you doing the energy work on a person. Just as you swing a hammer or use a drill gun, there are people that have nails and screws that need to be pulled out of their energy bodies. Okay? And that could be done with words. That could be done with fire ceremonies. They could be done with alchemy. As long as you have that touch license, it's whatever the hell you want it to be. Your style, your theme, your application of the wisdoms that you've learned.
Correct.
And you got to
Yes.
be willing to charge for it and not throw your skill sets away. You got to ask your value. Your value is all the years of experience behind it.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Okay?
I mean, I also want to do things with my art. I'm very talented with my art.
But you're
and
not going to make a career and money out of it.
Okay.
You can throw as much as you want at as many galleries that you want, but you're still not going to make any significant money without putting beyond infinite effort into it. Okay? You just keep it as a hobby and you keep yourself active in the community and you get a art show once or find an art gallery that features yourself once or twice a year.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't throw yourself away to being a starving artist.
Yes, I don't want to do that. No.
Okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be starving and homeless with art.
I guess that's where, I just wanted to, like have that clarity, like, I guess, yeah, this is helping me a lot. So thank you.
Okay. Well, let me ask you another question. How old are you?
I'm 37.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
Okay. How old are they?
16 and 12.
Are you really, truly resolved with them?
In court-wise, finally, at least I talked to their mother, and then they just don't want to talk to me. It's mainly the oldest one. It's not, the little one doesn't really remember, but
why did you leave?
Because I went on the spiritual quest, because I was told to do so.
And you left them without anything behind?
No, I tried to connect, but she wouldn't have it. So she said I wasn't good for them. She thought I was crazy.
Okay. But did you give them money?
Not in that time, because she wouldn't even allow me. Oh, I send money, she'll send it back. So at some point, like, I just stopped. Now I do. I've been supporting them now. Since
so
like
even when you were gone, you still tried to send money, but she sent it back.
Yeah.
Then you got to know that those kids have been brainwashed against you.
I know.
Okay.
But I mean, I just gotta surrender to them. And there's at this point, it's like.
Do you want to still raise kids in your heart? Not those kids.
I think so. Yes.
I think you do. And I actually think it's more important than your spiritual life that you raise kids inside you. Something inside you really wants to be a father and be able to pass on wisdom.
Yes, because I went for that particular reason.
Right. That's why Spirit called you. Then make that a part, man. Make sure that in this journey of getting out of construction and getting into healing, you're going to find a partner that is equal to who you are. Not less than and not more than. And no, you can't be with low frequency people anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got to be a part of your moving forward. You still want kids, man. You're still a young man. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
So when's the last time you've been in a relationship?
I'm starting a new one. That's why I'm moving to Colorado. What's one of the reasons?
So when
I lived in Colorado before.
When are you moving?
I think right after January, after I go up the mountain, I'm gonna get my stuff and go. I already have a job ready, or at least to get my feet going, and then
I think that's the worst mistake you could possibly make.
But it's like, how do I do it with money? Like
not running away to the mountain, finishing a mountain and running away. You've already gave a foregone conclusion that you're not going to let the mountain tell you what you really need.
Yes. But I got to complete it. It's a commitment, no? So.
Sure, but you don't have to run away to Colorado right afterwards.
No, I don't. You're right. But in Miami, it's like it's too watery. It's like too, it's like very distracting for me here.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You're just using that as an excuse to run away. You asked me for a reading, and I'm giving you
I know.
reflection you don't want to hear. Okay? I think the worst mistake you could make was going to Colorado and trying to restart there. Why do you want to leave Miami? Give a real answer, not the bullshit defense answer.
I don't know.
You do know, but you've avoided the answer for so long, you can't actually say it out loud anymore. You're a spiritual dude. Confront the fucking thing. Confront what you're avoiding. Stand up to it. Make it known to yourself. Why are you running away? Say that to yourself and get an answer out of it. Because if you truly don't know, that's what you take to the mountain. Why am I running? What am I running from? What am I avoiding? Medicine helped me see everything I've been avoiding in my life so I can turn my life around.
It's fear. I don't know. Fear.
Fear of what?
I don't know. That's my confusion,
See, now you're getting emotional, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because it's a deeply seated emotional issue that you've been avoiding for a long time. Do you feel shame, blame, and guilt?
Yeah.
From what?
From my choices.
Okay. Are you ready to forgive yourself for them?
Yes.
Okay. But you're still looking to run away and repeat those negative choices. See, you're so emotional right now that you're feeling shame, blame, and guilt, which is causing an emotional response. You know what choices you made wrong. Don't repeat them. Don't repeat them. Say it to yourself out loud right now. I will not repeat those mistakes.
I will not repeat those mistakes.
I will confront them.
I will confront them.
I will no longer avoid them.
I will no longer avoid them.
And name those mistakes out loud. What were your bad choices?
I should have never left my kids.
There you go. Therefore, you need to stay in Miami, stay within an hour of your kids, so that if one of the older one wants to come around or the younger one wants to come around, you're there and you're not on the other side of the country.
I've been doing this for 3 years.
Doesn't matter. You're still a father to those children. You can do your spiritual life there. You can do all of your stuff there. If you keep running, you will just keep avoiding the shame, blame, and guilt inside you and never do anything with it. You can't change them. They've got to change themselves. First thing, rule of spiritual 101. You got to play the long game in Miami. Okay?
Yes.
That's what you take to the mountain, brother.
Okay.
You really don't like that city, but you do at the same time.
Because it's familiar.
Mm-hmm. And you know how easily you can succeed there. And you need to take the easy routes right now, not the hard routes. Going to Colorado is the hard route. They seem easy, but it's the hard route. When you go back and listen to this, hear your voice, hear the confidence in your energy, and how I put you in a position where you couldn't avoid your answers anymore. You knew what they were, just didn't want to say them. Would medicine let you avoid an answer?
No.
All right, then. That's what you got to take to medicine, brother. About being a father. No more avoiding this subject matter.
Okay.
Okay. When's the last time you've had somebody do any kind of body work on you?
I've gone to sound healing events and things like that. My girlfriend that I was with for like the last almost 3 years, she does body work. Like she's really full on with that, and she's in the time I was with her, she just wanted to do this with me, and I just didn't want to with her. I don't know why. I don't know.
When's the last time you've had somebody actually put hands on you and massage your body, deep tissue?
In Colorado, that woman did it on my sacral and stuff like that, but not like my body. Yeah, no.
You need somebody that does hammer and chisel, sledgehammer, jackhammer, hands of steel, deep tissue, grind away some of the shit that's in stagnant energy that's in your body.
Okay.
Okay.
I know where to go to. Yeah.
And you should be screaming like a little bitch. You should get some of those. Like, you'll be screaming. One moment it'll be pain, and one moment it's going to turn to pleasure. You're going to go pain, pleasure, pleasure, pain, pain, pleasure, pleasure, pain. Okay? And you need to go and start feeling your body again. You've got a tremendous amount of stagnated energy all over your body. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what do you do for exercise other than your work?
Well, I'm working out again in the gym, and maybe I want to get into martial arts now. I need it.
What kind of martial arts?
Mix of jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai.
All right, I'm gonna tell you, you need to get out of the striking martial arts and get into something like
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, but you still need something that's going to keep you much more fit. Tai Chi, Qigong, maybe a little capoeira.
Okay.
Okay.
How about calisthenics? Like if I just get really into the calisthenics.
It's not going to be enough for you. Not going to be enough. You need.
Yeah, I have a lot of energy. Yeah.
You need a partner to work with, is what it is.
Okay.
Okay. And Tai Chi and Qigong, you don't really have partners to work with, and you need the partner to work on. That's why I suggest capoeira. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu could work also, because you roll around a mat with a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could do Tai Chi on your own or Qigong on your own. So if you go once a week to a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class and then do Tai Chi or Qigong on your own.
Okay.
You need a workout partner.
Okay.
You really need a workout partner. Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. I got to let you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. I truly appreciate it. Thank
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, Robert. I think I'm going to end the show early today. As I said when I started the show, I was tired today. I didn't get to sleep too well last night. And I think we're going to call it an end of the show today. And then I'm going to go have some dinner and then put my feet up.
Okie dokie. Sounds like a plan.
And don't
Time to
forget,
rest.
everyone, this coming Saturday will be our second of our boot camp classes. If you missed the first one, that's okay. You can still sign up to be a part of the boot camp classes that is teaching you how to be ceremonial and leading you up so you could have a powerful ritual and ceremony on this winter solstice. Contact MPA at Galactic Historian. And like I said 3 weeks ago, this effort, a lot of you sent emails but never responded back to what was getting in there. So put on that effort and follow through, and we'll see you at this Saturday's webinar.
Hello, hello. You pulled them around now. Yeah, I got that.